The following is an introspective on the Five Nights at Freddy's series. Most of my theories about the game have already been proven to be incorrect. While I have seen the game theory video, this video is about my thoughts and what I took from the series. Enjoy. Oh shit! Did this just meow? Where did this even come from? Five Nights at Freddy's 3. Perhaps one of the most hyped indie games of all time. What is developer Scott Cawthon going to throw at us this time? Well, the video trailer only showed one animatronic this time around. Huh, that's weird. So in this game, guess what role we play?
You'll be starring as the security guard.
Surprise, surprise, right? Well, this time we're not inside of a pizzeria. No. This time we're inside of a haunted house attraction, which is actually pretty badass. A Five Nights at Freddy's themed haunted house? Somebody needs to make this! Clicking around on the camera, you can see the setup and everything that this stoner dude has been preparing. It all looks really good.
I honestly thought we'd have more by now.
More? Dude, this is a lot of stuff.
Right now the place is basically just, flashing lights and spooky props. If we don't have something really cool by next week, then we may have to suit you up in a furry suit and make you walk around saying, boo.
Whoa, wait. Hold up. A furry suit? I don't know about that, man. There's some really cool furries out there, yeah, but I don't know, the fandom has such a bad rep lately. I don't know, just... screw it, get it here. So unlike the other games, there are no animatronics here. That's what the stoner guy said anyway. It's just flashing lights and spooky props. It's so strange to me considering what the other two games had. I mean, this is a game where the only threat in the beginning is trying not to fall asleep from working the overnight shift in a dank, grimy horror attraction. I hope our second night goes a little better. Wait, what? What is this? I'm Freddy, it seems like, but... Follow me? There's a purple Freddy now? Well, let's see what he wants. Looks like I can't go back there. Guess we should go look... Oh, it's Smiley the Grape Guy! He dismantled me. He dismantled Freddy. Why? Well, the marionette did give the dead kid's life in the last game. Maybe he's trying to take Freddy's life away again? Well, this happens after you beat the second, third, and fourth nights too. Smiley Grape Man dismantles Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy too. He must have known that the marionette brought them back to life. So he tried to destroy their vessels in hopes that the monsters he helped create would die for good.
Hey man, okay, I have some awesome news for you.
Aw, dude, you found a way to make this job a little more exciting?
First of all, we found some vintage audio training cassettes. Dude, these are like prehistoric.
Well, cassette tapes were popular in the late 80s and early 90s. Wait.
I think they were like training tapes for like other employees or something like that.
Does it say who recorded them?
But I have an even better surprise for you. You're not gonna believe this.
Try me. After all the shit that I've seen and heard, nothing surprises me anymore.
We found one. A real one.
A real one of what?
Gotta go, man. Well look, it's in there somewhere.
What is?
I'm sure you'll see it.
Oh god, wait, you found an animatronic?
Hello?
Oh, not you again?
These tapes will provide you with much-needed information on how to handle / climb into / climb out of mascot costumes.
Climb into or out of? This bunny bastard just jumps around from room to room, and it looks like I can lead him around the building using Balloon Boy's audio box or whatever it is I'm doing. Okay, so, again, no doors. Just my cameras, this audio box, and a maintenance panel should any of my systems go offline to make my night worse. Oh yeah, and the psychopathic murder stuffed rabbit that wants to kill me dead. We got this. We got this. Oh, I can't believe it. I'm gonna die on the third night just before the end of my shift. Go away, Springtrap! If I can just make it to... Oh no, the ventilation went offline. I'm having trouble breathing. Everything's going dark, and Something I noticed about the phone calls this time around is that they don't directly relate to me as the night guard, but rather give insight to the regulations and ideals of Fazbear Entertainment back in the day.
In today's lesson, we will be continuing our training on proper suit handling techniques when using an animatronic as a suit.
Well, we survived the 5th night, and it's about damn time. But knowing that Smiley Greatman already dismantled the 4 animatronics, it makes you wonder what the 5th night's minigame has in store for us. I'm the ghost of the child. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what are you gonna do? Uh-oh, the ghost is coming for... Oh, he's getting in the suit. He's getting in the suit. No, that's cheating. It's cheating. Well, how are we supposed to know that he's in the suit? Oh, shit! Are we seeing the trailer? I'm pretty sure that's in the trailer. So, he's fidgeting in the endgame cutscene, and now he's fidgeting in the trailer, so Scott showed us the ending of the game in the trailer, which I didn't expect. Oh, that was intense. I am ready for the weekend. Let's just... Bad ending? Bad ending. Yeah. Cool. Bad ending. Who knew this game had multiple endings? Not me. How do you get the good ending? There must be something I missed. Ah, damn it. Oh, we weren't supposed to follow the purple bear right away. Well, let's do a quick rundown of all the clues, and I'll tell you how to get the good ending. Double-click Balloon Boy, check. Get the balloons, check. Put the code in the arcade, check. Find the cake, check. Return to Balloon Boy's minigame, check. Save Balloon Boy, check. Beat Night 2, check. Get the cupcakes on cameras 2, 3, 4, and 6, check. Save Chica, check. Beat Night 3, check. Dial in the code 395248 into the wall of our office, check. Glitch out Golden Freddy, check. Save Golden Freddy, check. Beat Night 4, check. Click Shadow Bonnie plushie on the desk, check. Save Bonnie, check. Find the marionette picture in camera 3, check. Complete the happiest day, check. Beat Night 5, check. Okay, I did everything you wanted me to do, game. Now please, grade me. Something interesting about this, the end screen. We went through and saved all the spirits of all the children from the animatronics and all those minigames. And now that we have the good ending, all the lights and the masks are out. The children are finally able to rest in peace. And I don't know, man. I'm trying not to get emotional here. Being honest with you guys here for a second, this particular ending actually really touches my heart. It's just so comforting knowing that someone who's been suffering for so long has finally found peace. And all it took was one person who went out of their way to tell these kids it's okay. I mean, it's obviously not okay, they're dead, but you know what I mean. They're cared for, that you want to help them. They just want to know that adults aren't all out to get them. Maybe I'm looking too far into this, but I have a hard time not actually tearing up a little bit thinking about this. Alright, now before we go on, I just want to check out Nightmare Mode just to see if there's anything left, because this game doesn't really have a Night 6. Well, it does, it's Nightmare Mode, but it doesn't really have a Night 7. There's no customizable mode, not like in the other ones. Well, at least what I'm aware of. So let's check out Nightmare Mode, and let's see if there's anything else we need to know. Well, that took a while, but I was actually able to beat the 6th night in Five Nights at Freddy's 3. And instead of a minigame, we just get a news article that says that Fazbear's Fright burns to the ground. That's really unfortunate. Think about all the time, effort, and money this guy sunk into putting this attraction together. Something interesting about this article, though. If you look closely... No, over there. Look close. Yeah, I know it's blurry, but if you can make out what it says that Scott Coughlin suffers from walking nightmares, and that there was one night where he woke up thinking that Bonnie was just outside of his door. So he runs over to close the door, only to discover that the door wouldn't move. Little did he know it was already shut and locked. He felt scared and threatened, though, knowing that the door failures in the first game meant that Bonnie was already inside. How creepy is that, though? He thought his own creation was outside of his door, just waiting to get him. So he got up and ran out of his bed, ran over to shut the door and make sure Bonnie couldn't get inside. Just thinking about that is absolutely terrifying. I mean, I got a bed, I've got a door, I've got dark, you know, when it's night. That was stupid. Anyway, somebody should really make a game about this. Wha-bam! Five Nights at Freddy's 4. Now, before we go over this one, I just need to tell you guys something. I don't know what it is about this game, but for some stupid reason I couldn't get it to record properly. The footage either came out too dark, or too blurry, or too distorted, and just bad. I couldn't use any of it. I was trying for days, I mean it. So I did a little bit of research and I found out that there's a lot of people online having the same problem. Let's players and reviewers alike just can't get it to record properly. I'm serious about this taking days. Hey, how long was I working on this?
Days.
Days. I'm dead serious. So, in order for you guys to have a visual with what I'm about to say, I downloaded some game footage from YouTube. So, whoever the footage belongs to, thank you. I just didn't want you guys to have to look at my ugly mug the whole time, so here we go. Anyway, let's get into this one. 4 games in, and you guys know what the deal is. Keep those animatronics out of the room. The story in this game is told once again through little mini-games, though these don't really leave a lot to the imagination. What we see is what we get. In this game, we play as a young kid, who, for whatever reason, does not like these animatronics. I mean, I wouldn't either if I felt like they followed me home and tormented me through the night. I mean, this is really strange. Why did they choose this kid? What did I do to them? Since we play through the late into the early hours of the morning, one could assume that they're haunting us, like a ghost haunting a young kid. Jesus! Was that a cupcake? A cupcake. A cupcake. It was a cupcake. It was Chica's cupcake. Okay. What? Hold on. Look, okay. Forgive me for asking this. I need to question the validity of death by a cupcake, though. When ever in the history of cupcakes has somebody died by... Okay, it's a murder cupcake. It's Chica's murder cupcake. I get that. But still, what a ridiculous... Oh, that was ridiculous. I can't stop thinking about why we are in some kid's bedroom for this one, or why the animatronics are here. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Are those flowers? That's weird, those weren't there before. Is that an IV stand? It's like things you'd see at a hospital for like a comatose patient or something. Wait, a comatose patient? Could it be? With the animatronics out of their element, haunting this child's dreams, running up and down the hallways, the randomly appearing IV stand and flowers, and how Foxy turns back into a cute little plushie after a while, it's almost like a reoccurring nightmare for a coma patient. Did those guys just put the kid into the head of a robot? Was that the bite of 87? Is that the bite of 87 happening now? It's gotta be! That's the bite that starts this whole thing! It can't be the bite of 87, because that's Fredbear, which would make this Fredbear's Family Diner. And in 1987, which was when Five Nights at Freddy's 2 took place, they said that Fredbear's Family Diner had been shut down for years. So what's this all about? Am I missing something? At this point, the story feels all over the place. Kinda like the Mangle who could never stay together for very long. Okay, let me try to summarize the entire series based off of what I understand from the games. This kid gets bitten by Fredbear. His spirit possesses the marionette. I believe this because of the facial design on the puppet, always looking like it's crying, much like this child was before his death. Smiley Greatman uses a golden Bonnie suit to lure a bunch of children to a back room and kills them all. Marionette tries to get help. Savethem. Save them. To which the murderer says, "You can't." So feeling for the children who lost their lives, the marionette stuffs the kid into the original animatronics, causing their spirits to possess them. As time passes, the bodies of the children leak and decay, which is why people saw blood and mucus coming from the animatronics in the first game. Knowing that the possessed animatronics would try to kill him, the murderer uses another costume to lead the animatronics into the back room and destroys them, one at a time. The destruction of these animatronics leads Fazbear Entertainment to buy and create newer-looking toy animatronics. Knowing that there would be investigations, the murderer takes control of the toy animatronics to maintain a happy presence around the children, but when encountering adults, they act strangely, just staring. The phone guy said that they're equipped with facial recognition software. But the year's 1987. That technology wasn't available then. Hell, even in 2016, it's barely available to major companies. So that doesn't make sense. The old broken animatronics in the second game become active, and the fury of the dead children's spirits causes them to lash out at any adult, which is why they attack you. Even though you didn't harm them at all. They want revenge and can't remember what their attacker looked like, so any and all adults are targets. I'm not sure what the person did in the second game with the yellow costume, but whatever they did caused the pizzeria to close down. This called for the dismantling of the toy animatronics and the repair of the original ones. This is when the first game takes place. See, it's assumed that the phone guy dies during the fourth night at the hands of the animatronics, but I don't believe this to be the case. We saw how the murderer dies at the end of the third game. This leads me to believe that the murderer somehow escaped death. The demonic call on the fifth night is likely from the vengeful spirits taunting you, or angry that they weren't able to get the phone guy. Sometime after you're fired, Fazbear Pizza closes down and the murderer returns to dismantle the suits. And even though he succeeds, the spirits continue to haunt him. Seeking shelter from the spirits, he climbs into the old golden Bonnie suit he used to kill the kids with, thinking that it would keep the spirits away. His laughing at his own genius causes the suit to spring closed, killing the murderer. Decades later, while setting up the horror attraction, Fazbear's Fright, the stoner guy finds the Springtrap suit possessed by the wrathful spirit of the murderer. Confusing it with one of the original animatronics, he releases it into the attraction with all the old parts and things from the old locations. Looking at this from a spiritual standpoint, all things have energy. Some things have very positive, warm energy from when good things happen. Keeping these things around can help maintain positivity in one's life. But on the flip side, these things can also maintain a very cold, negative energy. And what's more negative than the events that happened at Freddy Fazbear's? Well, not much. All the drawings, the arcade machines, the costume pieces, they all hold on to the negative memories and negative energy. Wonder why you don't get attacked by the hallucinations on the first night? Because Springtrap isn't there. His presence from the second night on triggers all these negative emotions, memories, and energies, which is what causes everything to go wrong in Five Nights at Freddy's 3. It's also why when you go home from a shift and you go to sleep, you dream vividly about the murderer destroying the animatronics one at a time. Each child's spirit speaks to you from beyond the grave about them losing their lives a second time. But each one also tells you how to help them. By giving you hints and clues on how to find the minigames, you find a way to play with the child, who's only wanting to feel innocent and happy again. And by playing each of these games, you save the children's souls one at a time until finally they show you how the murderer died, which lets their souls fade away into the next life, no longer haunting the earth, and no longer haunting Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Story aside, I don't know about this one. I mean, it's alright. It's definitely the most nerve-wracking, and I can see where Scott was trying to take this one, but I don't know, man. This one feels out of place. Perhaps it's because a lot of the mechanics from the previous games were removed or altered to try to make it a fresh experience, or maybe because it's not set in a location like the pizzerias or the Fright. And that's fine, but I still feel like it doesn't belong. Well, this concludes my theories and retellings of what I took from the Five Nights quadrilogy, and overall, it's alright. Who am I kidding? I loved the games. Well, mostly. The second and the third ones stick out in my mind as some of the best indie horror games I've played in a long time. I don't know, it's just something about the way the story was told, the game mechanics itself, the appeal of the characters, it's all really good. And apparently a lot of people agree with me. This franchise is huge, the fan base is huge! All the lore that each one of these games brings is all so interesting and deep and just has so much room for interpretation. It makes me wish that there was a Five Nights at Freddy's novel. Danger! Thank you guys so much for watching part 2 of my Five Nights at Freddy's Insight video. If you guys missed part 1 of the Insight, you can click here and it'll take you right to it. I also put up a Strictly review for my first impressions of the Doom beta. If you guys would like to see more videos, consider subscribing. Anyway, that's enough outro jibber jabber. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time.